It was in Amritsar he married Gursharan Kaur, a music student his parents picked for him. For many years they lived abroad, as he was a student at Oxford and then at Cambridge. They had 3 daughters, Upinder, now a historian of note and professor at Delhi University, Damandeep, an author and development worker, and Amrit, a civil rights lawyer in New York. The Singhs are the average urban Indian family, complete with grandchildren and a dog, but headed by a man they say is wedded to his work.
He is a workaholic and he got scholarships all the way through his studies and always stopped, and so I think he expected us to follow suit. And there were times when, you know, we would be reading trashy novels in between the covers of another book, and he would come by and say, "What are you reading?" And say, "You're reading, you know, physics, you know, maths, what are you reading?" And we would, you know, lie just to sort of hide from him the fact that we actually had less qualified tastes in literature.
But Manmohan Singh himself, now back in India at the Delhi School of Economics, was preparing to move away from books without realizing it. He entered the world of politics in academia.
Economic principles, what he spoke
His
about.
student in 1969 and now Secretary General of Business Chamber FICCI, Amit Mitra says Singh came up against a formidable wall of left-wing professors.
Whether it was Dr. K.N. Raj, who was the director, Amartya Sen, whether it is Professor Chakravarti, they all, at heart of hearts, were left-oriented. And they said so, privately. Dr. Singh comes in as perhaps the first glimmer of liberalization as a doctoral dissertation. Obviously, he doesn't want to confront.
4 decades later, he may have gone head-to-head with the left over the nuclear deal, but as an academic, Singh played ball, something he is often criticized for.
I'm sure if you study it, you will find there were little things he was pushing, which was pro-market. But overall, I don't think he challenged the establishment of license quota control Raj.
Next, Singh worked for the government. He was appointed the governor of the Reserve Bank in 1982, an economic advisor to Prime Minister Chandrasekhar in 1990. But the big shift from bureaucracy to politics came in 1991, when Narasimha Rao made him the finance minister. For the next 5 years, Singh took India on the road to liberalization, often using his favorite Ghalib's poetry rather than political rhetoric to blunt the opposition. In the process, he changed India's economic destiny.
I think first we underestimate the degree to which 1991 was not just about specific policies, it was about changing a whole mindset. And the mindset was that we should be afraid of the world economy. Manmohan Singh changed that.
Through that period, and next as leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, Singh himself didn't change. He was in politics, yet somehow contrived to stay outside it.
If we look at his career over the last 15-20 years, he's had this very unerring instinct about what to say and when to say it. He doesn't speak much, and I think it's a politically wise move on his part because it allows him to modulate.
In 1999, Manmohan Singh took a risk, an uncalculated one, to stand for Lok Sabha elections. Many said the party sabotaged his campaign, that Congress workers never came out to help.
There was a positive signals coming from every side. एक सीट तो कांग्रेस की आएगी ही, बाकी 6 आए ना आए, you know. So one was quite optimistic about it, but I don't know.